Ever wonder why the price of a loaf of bread or a gallon of gas seems to creep up every year? It's not a random act of the universe, but a complex economic phenomenon known as inflation. But what exactly causes this? And more importantly, how can one navigate through it? Inflation, in its simplest form, is the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services is rising. It's like an invisible tax that gnaws away at the purchasing power of money. Over time, as the cost of goods and services increase, each unit of currency buys fewer goods and services. This loss of purchasing power impacts the general cost of living, leading to a decrease in economic stability. So, what causes inflation? Two main factors come into play here. Demand pull inflation, which happens when demand for goods and services exceeds their supply. It's a classic case of too much money chasing too few goods. On the other hand, cost push inflation occurs when the cost to produce goods and services increase, causing producers to raise prices to maintain their profit margins, output. But it's not all doom and gloom. There are strategies to cope with inflation. Firstly, understand inflation. Knowledge is power, and understanding the economic environment helps to make informed decisions. Keep an eye on the inflation rate and use it as a guide to anticipate changes. Secondly, invest wisely. Assets like real estate, shares, and bonds often increase in value over time and can provide protection against inflation. Thirdly, consider inflation when planning for the future. Whether saving for a house, education, or retirement, always factor in the potential impact of inflation. Lastly, live within means. While it's not possible to control inflation, it's entirely possible to control personal spending. Prioritize needs over wants and always aim to save more than spend. To sum it up, inflation is a complex economic phenomenon caused by an imbalance in demand and supply or an increase in production costs. While it's not possible to prevent, understanding it, investing wisely, planning for the future, and living within means can help navigate through the turbulent economic waters of inflation. So the next time the price of a loaf of bread or a gallon of gas increases, remember, it's not a random act. It's inflation. And with the right knowledge and strategies, it's possible to sail through it.